My name is Dan Hartman. I'm the Deputy Program Manager for the International Space Station. I work out of Houston, Texas at NASA Johnson Space Center. Well, we had a very successful launch today. Obviously, we kind of ran right down to the wire yesterday with about 1:40 to go. We needed to scrub because of an aircraft that happened to fly into the airspace of where the rocket was going to go. So we were able to retool, get the rocket prepared this morning. Worked through the countdown. It was a flawless countdown. We did extend into our 5-minute window. We had one minor issue that we needed to work. Teams worked through that, and we were on our way. Great performance out of the first stage. The second stage, Cygnus unfurled its arrays and is presently on its way to the International Space Station. Will show up on Tuesday, so we're really looking forward to that.
I know the person who was on this plane. How could he explain his
I
deed?
don't have much more information on that. Yeah, obviously, we put up warnings and restrictions of airspace of where space or airplanes are supposed to be when we're getting ready to launch a rocket. I imagine we'll have a lot of review on that and some additional restrictions or words that are how we're going to get the word out that, hey, this is no kidding a dangerous area to be in while we're trying to launch a rocket. There's, well, number one, there's 7,400 pounds of cargo going up in this flight. A lot of that is food and water, cargo, repair, hardware for components that are broke on board the space station. And then we have about 1,900 pounds of cargo, or research that's going up on this mission. A lot of it deals with our human research program. We are still trying to understand the effects on the human body of microgravity, and then we're trying to develop countermeasures to those effects as we try to go explore further into space. And so crew members will be, they'll be very busy with this cargo load and all the research that's performed on it over the next 3 weeks. Well, take for instance, your eyes. Your eyeballs actually change shape, we have found out, in microgravity because of the fluid shifts that are in your body. And at times, those have caused vision problems for certain crew members. And so we are really trying to understand that long duration effect and have a lot of extensive studies off looking at that basically all the time since we understood the problem a few years back. And so we studied that greatly. And again, the goal is to try to reach a countermeasure so we don't have those effects as we try to explore further, go back to the moon, go back to Mars. For this particular mission, our contract with NASA is with the Orbital ATK. Orbital ATK has contracted with Ukrainian companies to develop the first stage and the rocket components associated with the first stage, and therefore we have contracts with Orbital ATK over the next, and we have several more missions in what we call our CRS-1 contract, and then eventually they'll be flying on CRS-2, which adds 6 additional more flights. So I envision the Antares 230 configuration, which involves Ukrainian rocket components, will be around for several more years to come. And then, one important thing is we generate a lot of trash on board the International Space Station. So Cygnus will be packed with all that disposable cargo for constructive reentry into the atmosphere. We have another spacecraft coming up in early December, so Cygnus will do its job for about the next 3